Hi, my name's Alan Bracken, and we're continuing our theme, High Performance Mindset, defined as deliberate pursuit of being our best regardless of our circumstances. The last 4 sessions we had together were on thought, and we brought an awareness to our thoughts, the power of our thoughts, the fact that everything starts with a thought. And now we're going to discuss attitude. Now, our thoughts are private. Now, attitude is public. And it's been said that our attitude is the outward expression of our inward thoughts. In the next 4 sessions, I will be referring back often to thoughts because it's so important to understand that our attitude is a result of what we've been thinking about. I want to give us a little formula that I find a little quirky. I didn't come up with it, but I like it. And I want to pass it on to you. And it's TBBRR. And here's what that means. Our thoughts lead to our beliefs. Our beliefs affect our behavior. Our behavior affects every relationship in our life, both personally and professionally, that then affect all of our results. So ultimately, whatever we have thought the most about is going to be the results that we're going to get. Now, we started this theme off with the challenge of being very clear on why we want to get better, why we want to be our very best regardless of our circumstances. That's the result that we want. We want to accomplish that why. I told you mine was to better serve the people in my life. That's the result that I want in my life. As a dad, as a husband, as a coach, as a speaker, as a trainer, I want to add value to the people in my life, serve them better. That's my why. You've developed your why. That's the result you want in your life. And what I want you to know is it all starts with how we think. And that develops our belief. Our belief system comes out of whatever we've been thinking about. Now, we've journaled our thoughts, and if you want to know really the direction of your beliefs and maybe what your beliefs are, I think you could go back and look at your journal of thoughts. What have you been thinking about? And you will develop beliefs around that. Now, I want to give you some examples of what I'm talking about. I want to start with kids. Now, you may have kids and you may not, but here's what I know. You have been a kid. And so I think you can relate to the story I'm going to talk about. With my kids, I want them to feel valued by me. It's very important. I believe that. I believe that they're important. I believe that they're valuable. I believe that I want to demonstrate actions that come across that way. Now, what I have to be sure is that I'm thinking the right thoughts, the freeing thoughts that set me up for success. I can't think a bunch of tormenting thoughts and believe that my kids are valuable. I really can't. But I know if I think they're valuable, I begin to believe that. Now, our attitude is how we respond, our actions, our outward expression. And sometimes when my kids are frustrating me, sometimes it's harder for me to have a good attitude. But this is when choice comes in. See, you and I have a choice. Attitude is a choice, in fact, and we have to take responsibility for the choice that we make in the attitude that we demonstrate, our outward expression. But because I believe that my kids are valuable and important, I make the choice to respond appropriately. When I feel frustrated by them, I have to take responsibility and make the choice that says I'm going to do the right thing, even though I may feel like doing the wrong thing. And see, I do believe attitude is how we feel, but this is when belief comes in. When we feel in the moment a certain way, maybe anger, for example, we have to choose to believe in whatever we've been thinking about to respond the right way. And I know for me as a parent, If I respond in anger, that's not going to get the results that I want to accomplish my big why. Now that's an example with kids. Let me give you an example about a time that I got so mad at a truck driver. He had backed under the asphalt plant to load a load of asphalt. And he had backed under the asphalt plant too far. In other words, when you back under an asphalt plant, you want the asphalt to go in the truck bed. Okay? He backed under so far that when the asphalt came out, it landed on the hood of the truck. Now get the picture. 350 to 375 degree asphalt, 3 tons of it, 6,000 pounds of it, on the hood of the truck. I drove up and I saw that, and man, I'm first of all thinking, what in the world? This cat, he has lost his mind. Who does this? And it started melting the hood, running over the fenders. And at the time I had yellow trucks, and you can imagine what a mess black asphalt was on that yellow truck piled up on the windshield. Thankfully, he had the window rolled up or it'd have burned him up inside. And I had a choice to make. And I had to respond appropriately. Now, thankfully, I had been on the leadership growth journey, on the personal growth journey, and I had control of my thoughts that led to the belief that, hey, this guy's valuable, even though I don't feel like it right now. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, I'm just mad, I'm stewing and getting real hot, about as hot as that asphalt. So here's what I had to do. Because I didn't have the level of maturity to address this gentleman appropriately out of my belief that he was valuable at that moment, I had to choose to just walk away. So I went and got my friend out of the shop and I said, hey buddy, come out here. We got a problem. We got a situation. I want you to handle it. And that's all I said. I just got in the truck and drove off. Because here's what I knew. I was going to respond out of my feelings in the moment. And I was mad as can be. And it wasn't going to look pretty. It wasn't going to be pretty. And so what did I do? I chose to take responsibility and leave. Now then, when I came back, had a little bit of time, a little distance between it, and I was able to respond out of the belief that I had as opposed to the feeling that I was in the moment. Now, I'm sure you've been in situations like that where in the moment you want to respond in a way that is absolutely not going to be beneficial to your why, is not going to help you get the results that you want. And this is what I want you to know. In that moment, you have to choose. And your choice will be directly connected and should be directly connected to your belief. Now, the challenge is to think the thoughts necessary to develop the proper beliefs that you and I need to accomplish our why. If you and I want a high-performance mindset, we have to take the time to think right so that we're believing right, so that we're behaving right, because our behavior affects every relationship in our life that then affect the results. And my result is that I want to serve the people in my life better. That's my why. Take the time to find out if your beliefs are serving to accomplish your why.